Hello students, this is Ejasat Maths Academy and I am Ansar sir. Today we have to study resistors in series and resistors connected in parallel, and we have to differentiate between them. Let us start our lecture. Resistors in series and resistors in parallel. So a number of resistors can be connected in two ways. The first way is called resistors in series, resistors connected in series, and the second way of connecting the resistors is to connect them in resistors connected in parallel. Resistors connected in series and resistors connected in parallel. See, what is resistors in series? I am going to draw the diagram for it. The diagram is like this. This is one resistance. This is a resistor having certain resistance. You know what resistance is? Opposition to the flow of electrons is called electrical resistance. Opposition to the flow of electrons due to collision is called electrical resistance. So this is the first resistor. Here we have the second resistor. You know this zigzag line is used to show the resistance, opposition to the flow of electrons. And here we have the third resistance. This is a battery having 3 cells. We can take 2 cells, we can take 1 cell, we can take 4 cells. It's our sweet will. This is the switch. The switch is now open, means the current will not flow. We have to close it with a key. We will insert the key into it. The switch will be closed, and here is this connection. You know that an ammeter is always connected in series. The best ammeter is the ammeter having almost zero resistance, but there can be no ammeter in the world which has zero resistance. It will definitely have certain resistance, but we always want that the we always want that the ammeter must have minimum resistance, because if it has more resistance, the current flowing through it will be less, and the ammeter will show less current, although the battery is supplying more current. So here series combination of ammeter and battery, they are connected in series. What do we mean by resistance in series? If a number of resistors are connected one after another in such a way that the same current flows through each resistor, then this combination is called resistors in series. We will write its definition also. What is it? If a number of resistors are connected one after another in such a way that the current flowing through each resistance is the same, then this combination of resistors is called resistors in series. So which are the two important points in this definition? Number 1, the resistors are connected one after another, and number 2, same current flowing through each resistance is the same. Same current flows through each resistor. Now see, this is the resistance R1. Let us suppose it has value only 1 ohm. The value of the resistance is 1 ohm only. Let us suppose this is resistance number 2. It has value 2 ohm. Which resistance is greater? 2 ohm resistance is greater. And you know the SI unit of resistance is ohm. The symbol used for resistance is that of a speed breaker or headphones. This is the third resistance having resistance 3 ohm. Let us suppose this is nichrome wire. this is aluminium wire having more resistance than copper, and this is copper, here silver wire. We have to neglect the resistance of these connecting wires. We have to believe that there are only the resistance is present only here between points A and B, between points C and D. The resistance is present only in wire AB, in wire CD, and in wire EF. Apart from these three pieces of wire, there is no resistance. We have to suppose that the resistance of the connecting wires is 0. Now see, when a positive charge will flow from point A to point B, the charge will do certain work, and work done by the charge in moving from one point to another point is called potential difference or voltage. So if you want to measure the voltage in going from point A to point B, that voltage will have to be measured by using a voltmeter. So this is the first voltmeter. This voltmeter will give the value V1, voltage number 1, and Kanak sent me a statement. She said, "Sir, I think on the basis of what I have taught, she has concluded one thing." She said, "Sir, I think that the voltage is directly proportional to the resistance of the wire," and she is right here. See, if this piece of wire has minimum resistance, only 1 ohm, the voltage also will be less, because what is voltage? Voltage is work done to move a unit positive charge from one point to another point. So voltage is directly proportional to work, and work is directly proportional to resistance. The greater the resistance, the greater will be the work done by the charge. So let the voltage across R1 be V1. Let the voltage across R2 be V2. We will connect another voltmeter here, and the voltage shown by this voltmeter will be V2. The voltage shown by second voltmeter will be V2. The voltage shown by the third voltmeter, the potential difference across third voltmeter will be V3. Which voltage will be the greatest? V3. Because the greater the resistance, the greater will be the work done by the charge, and if a charge is doing more work, then the voltage also will be more. Energy spent will be more, work done will be more. Okay, so V1 is minimum, V2 is greater, and V3 is the greatest. Let us start writing the derivation. Shall I write the derivation, or shall I write only the important steps of the derivation? So, you will see I will only tell what we should write. I will not give in written, because everything is written in notes, and it is already written in the textbook also. See, connect the cell ammeter in the series, and let us connect resistance R1, R2 and R3. Do not write anything about their values. We will consider the values later on. Right? Resistors R1, R2 and R3 are connected one after another. So they are connected in series, and this K is the key switch, key open or closed. So here the key is closed because we have inserted the key into the hole. So key is closed. This is the battery, ammeter. They are connected in series, and these three resistors also are connected one after another in series. Which is the best voltmeter in the world? The ideal voltmeter, the best voltmeter in the world is that voltmeter which has infinite resistance. The best voltmeter is the voltmeter which has infinite resistance, because it should not allow the current to flow through the voltmeter. The current should flow only through the resistor. If a voltmeter has minimum resistance, what will happen? The current, instead of flowing through the resistor, the current will flow through the voltmeter. And what is the use of connecting the resistor then? Okay, so we want to connect the resistor so as to decrease the current. The more the resistance, the less will be the current. Now here V1 voltmeter, this voltmeter has very high resistance. Let us suppose it has infinite resistance. This also has very high resistance, infinite, and this voltmeter also has almost infinite resistance. Let us start. The current is flowing through starting from the positive terminal, conventional current, the current is flowing like this, and let us suppose the current I started from here, whatever may be its value, 10 ampere or 9 ampere, whatever may be the value, the current I started from here, and the current is flowing through the ammeter says that the current is I, that same current I will flow from here, it will go into resistor A, the current I will flow through resistor AB. No current will go here in the voltmeter. We have to suppose that this is the ideal voltmeter. The reality is that there is no ideal voltmeter in the world. In every voltmeter, some amount of current really flows. But we have to suppose in this derivation that these are the best voltmeters in the world and they have infinite resistance, and since the resistance is infinite, no current will flow through them. So all the current will flow through wire AB, resistor AB, and that same current I will flow through CD, resistor CD, and that same current I will flow through EF, and that's why we call it series combination. Resistors are connected one after another, AB, CD and EF, and the same current I is flowing through resistor AB, resistor CD and resistor EF. The same value of current is flowing through all of them, though their values are different. Don't think that here the resistance is more, hence the current will be less. The resistance is less and the current will be more. No. Why? Because there is no other path for the current to flow. The current cannot go into the voltmeter because the voltmeter is the best voltmeter in the world. It is the ideal voltmeter. So if current cannot go into voltmeter V1, V2, V3, all the current must flow through only R1, R2 and R3. Since the current does not have roads, different paths to move along, it will have to flow through the same path. That's why the current flowing through R1, R2 and R3 will be the same. Will you remember it? Okay. So the work done by the charge here will be minimum because the resistance is minimum, and that's why the voltage shown by the voltmeter V1 will be V1. This voltmeter will show the reading V2. V2 will be more than V1 because the resistance is greater. V3 is the voltage shown by the third voltmeter, and this voltage will be maximum because the resistance is maximum, work done by the charge will be maximum. How much is the total voltage? V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is the total voltage. If we connect 4 resistors in series, it will be plus V4. 5 resistors plus V5 plus V6 plus V6, it will go on. So V1, V2 and V3 is the total voltage given by the battery. Total voltage given by the battery. Some voltage is spent here, some voltage is spent here and some voltage is spent here. Less voltage, more voltage and maximum voltage is spent across R3. Understood? Now see, if you find any step difficult, send me a question quickly and I will send you a quick reply. Apply Ohm's law. We have studied Ohm's law. Ohm says if the resistance of the conductor is the same, the current flowing through it is voltage is directly proportional to current. Increase the voltage and current will increase. Decrease the voltage, the current will decrease. This is Ohm's law. Increase the voltage is directly proportional to current. So it is voltage is equal to resistance into current. We know whenever we remove this proportionality sign, we always need a constant. So here voltage is equal to resistance into current, or we can write it like this also. Instead of writing R into I can write I into R also. Okay. Or I will write R into I only. Otherwise we can write IR also. It helps us to remember the formula. V is equal to IR. V. Okay. V is the name of a movie made by in which Salman Khan is playing the lead role. So V is equal to IR. IR. What is this V? Total resistance. Total voltage. V is the total voltage. So what will I be? Total resistance. R is total resistance. We cannot write I total, current total, because I itself is current. Total current flowing through R1 is equal to total current flowing through I2. Resistance number 2 is equal to total current flowing through resistance number 3. The same current is flowing here, so there is no need to make any total because the same current total is flowing through the circuit. Here it will be current into R1, Ohm's law, V1 is equal to I into R1. We are not writing I1 because current is not divided into branches. I1 going into one branch, I2 is going into another branch, I3 going into a third branch. There are no branches. And number second is I into R2 plus I into R3, because I is same for all. Same I is flowing through each. Same current is flowing through each resistor. Why? Because there is no other path for the current to flow. It cannot be divided into branches. Voltmeter is the best voltmeter, maximum infinite resistance, so no current will go there. All the current has only one path to follow. That's why current is not divided. What is common? I will tell you how current gets divided. We will study that in parallel resistors. In parallel combination, the current will have different paths. Let me make a diagram so that things will become clearer in your mind. These are the three resistors. Here it is resistance number 1, R1. Here it is resistance number 2, R2. Let us say this is 1 ohm, this is 2 ohm, and here this third resistance is resistance R3. Let us say this is 3 ohm. In the exam, don't write the values. I am writing the values only to explain to you how this all takes place. These are the three resistors, and they are connected via a key, through a key to the cell or battery. Here we can take a cell or we can connect a battery also. I am connecting all these to only a cell. An ammeter is always connected in series. What does that mean? Positive terminal of the battery or cell should be connected to the positive terminal of the ammeter, and negative terminal must be connected to the negative terminal of the cell or battery. Here I am connecting one small ammeter which is called A1, second ammeter which is called A2, and the third ammeter, small ammeter which is called A3. I have connected 3 ammeters. Why? Because the current coming from the battery cell is I, and let us suppose this I is 100 amperes, or let us say this is let us say the total current is 100 amperes. This current will come like this. The current is I. The current I1 will go here. How do I know that this is I1? Because the ammeter will show me. The current I2 will flow through the second ammeter. The current I3 will flow through the third ammeter. And these 3 ammeters will give readings. Here the resistance is minimum, so the current will be maximum. Let us suppose this current is 50 amperes, 50 amperes. Let us suppose the current here is 30 amperes. Why 30 amperes? Because the resistance is 2 ohms. It has increased. Here it was only 1 ohm. Here it is 2 ohm. Resistance has increased, the current has decreased. Here the resistance is maximum 3 ohms. So the current will be minimum. And let us say this is 20 amperes only. So it is 50 plus 30 is equal to 80 plus 20 will be 100. The total current coming here is divided into 3 branches, and the current has options here. If the resistance is minimum, the maximum current will flow through this path. If there are 3 flyovers, which flyover would you choose? If the traffic is less, more people will want to go from here. Let us neglect that example, is not suitable. See, if the resistance is less, the current will be more, because less resistance. Here the resistance is more, hence the current will be less. Here the resistance is maximum, it is the greatest, the current will be minimum. And here inversely proportional relation is being followed between resistance and current. Why? Because current has options here. Current can flow through R1, current can flow through R2, current can flow through R3, and maximum current would like to flow through R1 because it has minimum resistance. Understood? And here this ammeter will show that the current is 100 amperes I. So it is current is I. All the currents I1, I2 and I3 will come together and they will make the total current I, and this total current I will come back to the cell. The total current will come back to the cell, negative terminal. Understood? This is the key. And what is parallel combination? We will connect a voltmeter here. Voltmeter V. A voltmeter also needs sign positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Here also it will be positive and negative. See, in parallel combination, what is parallel combination? If a number of resistors are connected between 2 points, such that the voltage across each resistance, voltage is potential difference, such that the voltage across each resistance is the same, then the combination of resistors, this is the definition, then this combination of resistors is called parallel combination. It is called parallel combination of resistors. Parallel combination of resistors. Understood? Remember, it is not mathematics. It is not parallel means it will make a shape like this, the lines, the resistors will be mathematically parallel. Parallel means whenever the current gets divided into branches, it is called parallel. Whether there are 2 branches, 3 branches, 4 branches, 100 branches, whatever may be the number of branches. If there are 3 branches, then we will say that the three branches are in parallel. If there are 2 branches, we will say that these 2 branches are in parallel. I will show you later on. See, I have connected only one voltmeter. Why? Because in parallel combination, the voltage remains the same, current gets divided. What happened here? The voltage was minimum here, it was more here, and the voltage was maximum here because the resistance was maximum. Voltage is directly proportional to work. Minimum resistance, minimum work. More resistance, more work. Maximum resistance, maximum work means maximum voltage. But here it is we know V is equal to I into R. So here more resistance, less current, but voltage is the same. More resistance, less current, V same. Less resistance, more current. If resistance is less, more will be the current, and their product will remain the same. Voltage will be the same. So in parallel combination, voltage remains the same. Understood? Now see, what will I write here? I. What is I? Total current. I total will be divided into 3 branches. I1 flowing through R1, I2 flowing through R2, and I3, current number 3, flowing through third resistance. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. And what does Ohm's law says? V is equal to IR. Ohm's law, what does Ohm's law say? V is directly proportional to I. If you increase the voltage, the current will increase. If you decrease the voltage, the current will decrease. V is equal to constant R into I. So V is equal to IR. What can I write instead of I? It will be V by R. V divided by R. So instead of I am writing V by R. And this is total I. So this will be total V voltage, and this will be total resistance. So total resistance is also called resultant resistance. Total resistance is called resultant resistance. Resultant means whatever be the total of some, whatever be the result of all the resistors. It is equal to V by R1. Why am I not writing V1, V2, V3? Because in parallel combination, voltage remains the same. Pressure, voltage, charge will have same pressure here, here, here. Because they are coming from the same source. And voltmeter, this is V upon R2 plus V upon R3. What is common here in these two? On LHS I can write V by R. I can write V by R. On RHS what is common? Voltage is common. Why? Because voltage is the same for each resistor. Then I will write V is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. V is common and this V will come here beside R and these two V will get cancelled. What is left? 1 by R parallel or resultant. R resultant means R total. I am not writing the word total because it is not a direct sum. So it is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Again I will write here, if there are n resistors, in parallel, n means any number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, if there are n resistors connected in parallel, then their resultant will be given by their resultant resistance, total resistance will be given by the formula 1 upon Rn, 1 upon R resultant. 1 upon R result is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus and so on up to plus 1 upon Rn. Rn means R10, R15, R20, R5, whatever may be. Here 3 resistances are connected, that's why we are moving only up to 1 upon R3. If here there are 5 resistors in parallel, we will write 1 upon R4, 1 upon R5 also. Understood? This is, the derivation is over. And here see, what is common on both the sides? I is common, R is total. Here it is, I is common. From right hand side, this is R1 plus R2 plus R3. This I will come here or this I will go there and both will cancel each other. What is left? R total is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Understood? If n resistors are connected, then what will happen? R total will be R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus and so on up to plus Rn. I have not written in words because there is no space here to write. Shall I write it here? If n resistors are connected in series, then what will happen? R total will be like this. Now see, I have written this in such a manner that this derivation may be asked in the exam for 5 marks. This derivation, or if they do not ask this derivation for 5 marks, they will ask this derivation for 5 marks. And if they do not ask this derivation or that derivation for 5 marks, they can ask to differentiate between resistors in series and resistors in parallel. We may have to differentiate between resistors in series and resistors in parallel. So that's why I have drawn a column. I have drawn 2 columns side by side so that we can differentiate between them. And what is the formula? If resistors are connected in parallel, then their total resistance can be given by this formula. And if resistors are connected one after another in series, then the total resistance can be calculated by using this formula. Let us calculate the total resistance here. Let us suppose this is 1 ohm, this resistance is 2 ohm, this resistance is 3 ohm. So what will be the total resistance here? The total resistance R series total. What is S? Series. Total of the series combination is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. And how much is R1? 1 ohm. How much is R2? 2 ohm. How much is R3? 3 ohm. And how much is it? 6 ohm. So the total resistance has come to be 6 ohm. What happens in series combination. See, I don't have space here to write down the differences. I can do one thing. Please pause the video and note down the definitions. This definition and derivation. No, you have to do one thing. Pause the video and note down the derivations. Then I will move further. Then I will differentiate between these two combinations. Please pause the video and note down. नहीं मिटाना नहीं, आप नहीं मिटाओ, मैं मिटाऊँ। ऊपर का मिटा रहे हो, ऊपर का मिटा रहे, आप चले जाओ उधर। आप नहीं मिटाओ, आप नहीं मिटाओ, आप नहीं मिटाओ। आप नहीं मिटाओ, जाओ जाओ उधर जाओ अभी। अरे नहीं बेटा, उधर जाओ, उधर जाओ। See here, the resistors are connected in series. So what is the total resistance? 6 ohm. What can we write here? In series combination, R total, instead of R total I can write R result also. R resultant is greater than R1. R resultant, or I will write R resultant is greater than each individual resistance. What does this mean? This means that this total resistance 6 ohm, the total resistance 6 ohm will be greater than R1, because R1 is only 1 ohm and R total is 6 ohm. R total will be greater than R2. R total will be greater than R3. What does this mean? R series is greater than R1. R series is greater than R2. R series is greater than R3, and etc. So on. This is, and here let us solve here. What was our step here? It was 1 upon R result, RESULT. Result is actually resultant, was equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus 1 upon R3. It was like this. Let us try and solve. अपने मन से हमने वैल्यूज ले लिए थे. R1 was 1 ohm समझाने के लिए. There is no, do not take any value in the exam. I have taken 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm only to explain to you. So in the exam you are not supposed to take any values. So here what was our step? 1 upon R result was, R result is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. 1 upon R result, 1 upon R result will be 1 upon 1 ohm plus 1 upon 2 ohm plus 1 upon 3 ohm. So 1 upon R result, since I have solved it again and again, I know this, I have been teaching it for the last nearly 16 years. So I don't need to solve it. I know what the value will be. But still, okay, let us solve it. This is 3. So this 3 will go up. Or let us say 6. Common multiple. So it will be 6. 6 will be here. If you want to make it 6, we can do it like this. I am doing it for you. Otherwise, I don't need to solve. I can write the direct step also. This will be 1 into 6. This will be 2 into 3. So this will be 3. Here it will be 3 into 2. So this will be 2. And this will be 6 plus 3 plus 2 upon 6 ohm, 6 ohm, 6 ohm. 6. And what will it give us? 11 by 6. And what is this? R result. R result is 1 upon R result is 11 by 6. But if we do it like this, R result upon 1, if we do its reciprocal, then it will become R result upon 1 will be 6 by 11, and that R result will be nearly 0.5 ohm. Nearly 0.5 ohm means if resistors are connected in parallel, the total resistance of this parallel combination will be as if there is a single resistor. This is R1 1 ohm, R2 2 ohm, resistance number 3 3 ohm. If three such resistors are connected in parallel, do you know what the result will be? The result will be, it is as if that we have connected only one resistance, only one resistor which has a value 0.5 ohm. Though we are connecting three resistors, but what is their value? Their value is 0.5 ohm. So instead of these three resistors, we can connect only a single resistance having value 0.5. We can connect only a single resistor having resistance 0.5 ohm instead of connecting three. So here, see, differentiate between. In there are, we can write in parallel combination. In parallel combination, R resultant resistance is less than each individual resistance. What does this mean? I can call it RP also. What will be P? Parallel. What is RS there? Series. So I can write R result, RP will be greater than, RP will be less than R1. RP will be less than R2 and RP will be less than R3. What is RP? RP is 0.5. RP is actually R resultant. R result. We can denote it by RP or we can write R result. So instead of R resultant, we will write RP. RP is only 0.5 ohm. So RP is less than R1. How much is R1? 1 ohm, and this is only 0.5. RP is less than R2. How much is R2? 2 ohms, and this is only 0.5. So RP is less than R2. RP is less than R3. How much is R3? 3 ohm. See, 3 ohm, and RP is only 0.5 ohm. So what is the difference? In series combination, RS, total resistance. What is RS here? RS is nothing but R result in series. And what is its value here? 6 ohm. So in series combination, RS is greater than R1, R2, R3, each single resistance. And in parallel, RP is less than R1, is less than R2, is less than R3, is less than R4, R5, R100. Whatever may be the individual value. RP parallel will always be less than, RP will always be less than each individual value, each single value. So this combination, another difference. Parallel combination is used. Parallel combination is used to decrease the total resistance. To decrease the total resistance. Parallel combination is used to decrease the total resistance. And here I will write series combination. Series combination is used to increase the total resistance. Understood? What was the first difference? The definition. If a number of resistors are connected one after another in such a way that the same current flows through each resistance, then it is called series combination. If a number of resistors are connected between 2 points, let us say this is point X and this is point Y. If a number of resistors are connected between 2 points like X and Y, such that they have same voltage, same potential difference, though the current will be divided into branches, such a combination is called resistors in parallel. So parallel combination is used when you want to reduce the total resistance, you want to decrease the total resistance, and series combination is used when you you want to increase the total resistance. Here series combination is used. Series combi is used to decrease. I am wiping it off. Series combi is used to decrease the total current. See, do not get confused. Current is decreased and increase what? Resistance. Since total resistance increases in series combination, the total current decreases. Because we know if we increase the resistance, the current will decrease. The more the resistance, the more will be the opposition and less will be the current. So when do we use series combination? When we want that much current should not flow through the circuit. If we do not want to allow more current to flow through the circuit, we use series combination of resistors. And here in parallel combi, I am writing in short. Do not write in the exam like combi. It's not a combi pack. It's nothing to purchase here. Okay. So combi is actually combination. Parallel combination is used. What? Here it decreases the total resistance. So here it will be is used to increase the total current in the circuit. Total current in the circuit. Shall I write in the circuit here also? Increase the total current. Total current in the circuit. And you can write the next difference. RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus up to Rn. This is also a point of differentiation. And here 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus and so on up to 1 upon Rn. N is any number of resistance. Okay. So this combination is used to decrease the resistance and increase the current. Series combination is used to increase the resistance and decrease the total current. Now I want to see whether you have understood the concept or not. I will find it out by asking a question to you. And the question is, note down the important points so that I can write a question for you. Pause the video and note down the points. The question is here. This resistance, its resistance is R. R is any value. This is also R. Or let us say this is 10 ohms resistance and this is also 10 ohms. Okay. And it is connected to a cell. Here it is a switch. The switch is on. And I am connecting a bulb here. Okay. I am connecting a bulb here. And another case. This is a cell. Let us say cell has volt. It is 6 volt. This is also 6 volt. We actually here we don't have to do much with the voltage in this particular question. And here there are two resistors. This resistance is R1. Let us say this is R1 and this is R2. R1 is again 10 ohm and here it is R2. This is also 10 ohms. And they are joined to each other. The current will flow like this. The direction of the current will be, I am not connecting the voltmeter and the ammeter. And here is a bulb. This bulb, I am calling this bulb as bulb parallel, BP. This is not blood pressure. Bulb parallel and this is bulb series, BS. Now you have to tell me which bulb will glow brighter. which bulb will glow brighter? BS, BS or BP, and why? Which bulb will glow brighter? This is series combination. You know, because the resistors are connected one after another, and this is parallel combination. Okay, so here we will end our lecture. You have to answer this question: which bulb will glow brighter? If more current flows, then the brightness will be more. If less current flows, then the brightness will be low. Okay, tell me the difference separately on WhatsApp, and I will tell whether your answer is correct or not. Give reason also to me. Okay, have a nice day.